Raku seems to have a thing for breaking things right now, because not only has he finally broken what was in that pendant all this time, we've actually also as well broken someone's heart, like completely snapped Unadera's heart into 1,000 pieces, and all the Unadera fans are like, oh, while me, I'm like, suffer, die, like, oh, okay, maybe I'm like 9% not that evil. Like, I put the 10% evil in there, because there's a bit of me that's like, oh yeah, like, bye Onodera, bye, you know, let's go to like the girl that matters, you know, Chitoge, you know, bye, you know, here we go. And with Raku explaining to her and saying like with the breakup, and it was just like, I've always liked you since like junior high, and I liked you all along in Onodera, and it's just like, I knew just now that I'm really happy, but you know, not anymore. And he's like confirming like, yeah, it's not the same as it is and all that, and it's like, take the real pendant and all that, like take it here, open it up, and it's just like, you know, lead up to you to like decide what you want to do. Now go, she's waiting for you. And just like him just turning around, like not regretting anything, he's just like, yo, thanks girl, like that, thanks, I really appreciate it. And just when like, you know, we finally get to see like, you know, like Ruri like arrive up there and saying like, you know, what happened and all that, and so, you know, I'm not as sad as I imagined and all that, and so, you know, like I thought I'd cry much more though, Ruri, and all that, my own feelings. It's like, you know, like Ruri, what kind of expressions am I wearing right now? And she just like holds her, and it's just like, you know, you really are an idiot, you know that, and she just like starts crying again. It's just like, yeah, like just trying to get out. Even like Shu's there like over there just like, you know, thinking about it, and he's just like, has like a little bit of a depressed face, but a little smile to it. It's like, you know, Raku had to do what he had to do, but you know, he's made his decision after all this. And finally, you know, after all this time, we open up the pendant and see what's in there, and after all this time, it was a letter and like a little necklace in there. After all along, it was like a little bit of the, like a memento, and like, you know, he's like, you know, something like he gave up, and it was a letter, and it was like to grown up, like, you know, like Onodera and all that. If I see this letter and all that, two of us meet again. I wonder what I wrote to like her and all that, and I'm probably feeling well. And so, you know, when we get married, we're gonna go up and get a lot of animals to breed. I'll buy your real ring someday, and I want to eat, you know, you're cooking every day, and I know this content is really cute and all that. It's just like, I wonder what Onodera wrote and all that. And then she said to Raku and all that, like, I'm sure you're going a lot taller, Raku, and I want to grow up so we can meet again fast. And I think like a long time has passed with them, but I always continue to love you, Raku, and all that. Do you still love me, Raku? And just, he was hurting in the heart then. He's just like, oh, oh, that was, oh, it's too sweet, it was too nice, oh god. He's like, you know, I hope, but like, I don't really, you know, regret this and everything. And it's just like, like, because he was like, I came in here with no regrets, and then he reads it, he's like, oh, fuck, regret. But then, like, you know, he started thinking about Chitoge, and he's like, this is when I started to like her, and I always thought, you know, I wanted to laugh like sincerely with her like this. And it's just like, and like, I like how Raku just thinks like, at least he thought about it. It's like, oh, it's gonna be fucking hilarious if I get rejected after this. Oh, that'd be awkward now, wouldn't it? Like, he isn't just gonna go do. Oh yeah, Onodera, yeah, I remember I said that I didn't like you and all that, and I went to like Chitoge, actually, yeah, I've changed my mind. While I bullshitted and just said, nah, she dropped me as well. How about, you know, hey, can I get sloppy seconds at all? Like, nah. But end of the chapter, like right at the very end and all that, Raku finally sees like Chitoge right there. She's there at the stone, and well, it's up to them now. It's up to them, like how their like confrontation is going to be like, you know, what they're going to be saying. And like considering that, you know, we didn't get an announcement saying like, oh, like so far, unless it hasn't been translated, that, oh, like there's no confrontation or like, you know, confirmation on the fact that this is the next week's last chapter. So we could have like 2, you know, 3 chapters left and all that. But like, it's, you know, for, like, potentially how they could, like, go is, like, maybe we could end it on 229 or 240. Maybe they wanted to end it on, like, a solid number for the series. But other than that, yeah, it's, like, it's a really sad, it's a sad, like, one. Like I said, it really got me a lot more, like, last week's chapter when just, like, Raku just started crying, like, just out of nowhere. And I was like, oh, shit, man. Like, and he's just, like, I said I wasn't going to cry. And I was like, that, I don't know, that really affected me. This one, like, you know, after crying and kind of wiping his eyes, and he was just like, you know, he thought about it, and it's just like, thank you. But finally finding out what was in the locket, and it was just like, what was in it all along? I thought it was going to always be some heartwarming, like, little silly shit in there like that. Like, I thought it was just going to be like some pendant or some sort of thing inside of there that they had a little promise to. But no, like, you know, it turns out it was like some weird little, kind of like little bracelet in there that they had, and then also as well those little letters. And like, even like that kind of question that, you know, like Onodera as a kid was like thinking like, oh, do you still like me at this point as well. Like, maybe because, like, at that point she was thinking, like, what if, like, Raku forgets about me or moves on or anything like that. So, that could have been the case. I mean, end of the day, Onodera fans, she had how many chances? She had how many chances like that? Like, Raku was head over heels, and then, you know, Raku started flip-flopping, but it's like, regardless, he didn't do that as like a heartless prick and all that. Like, you know, he wouldn't have been like crying if that was the case. If he didn't care at all, he wouldn't have been like just crying his eyes out. Like, so other than that, I thought it was a really good chapter, and yeah, finally seeing Chitoge at the end. So yeah, let's see what he has to like say about that, and like whether or not Chitoge's gonna run away again, like, you know, like, or is she gonna try and, like, you know, and we might get that little kiss next week, or no, it's like that. Or I think next week is definitely like Raku's just gonna be like, she's gonna keep denying everything, and Raku's probably gonna say right at the end, it's like shut up, I got something to tell you, and it's like, I'm in love with you, like that. It's like, so maybe we might have something like that, and then maybe like Chitoge might start crying. We might see that kiss right at the end. I don't know. It depends on that. It depends on the pacing that we're gonna be going. But I'm not. Yeah, like I said, like a couple of weeks ago, like I've kind of accepted, you know, Nisekoi's ending now, and you know, there we go. It's just like something we got to accept. But let me know you guys in the comment section down below. I enjoyed this chapter. I think it's a 7.5 to an 8. I thought it was a really good chapter. Don't think it's as good as last week's though. Like, I think, like, now that I think about it more and more, I probably should have gave that, like, last week's one probably a 9.5, because it just generally got me, the crying part. It was just like, oof, ooh, that hurt me really a lot. But this one, it was just like, Onodera fans right now, I'm pretty sure all of you will go, boo, 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 like that, like, fuck you. But I can at least say this with the series, like, I'm happy at least it didn't end like most fucking romance series do, where it's just nothing fucking happens. I'm talking about You to Love Ru fucking especially. Oh, everyone's still fine, we still have our harem goofy antics. No! Hook up with someone, for fuck's sake. Like, so, you know, I hope that's what we get. I hope we get, like, you know, like the confession next week, maybe a kiss next week, the week after, or if they both have in the same chapter, that's fucking awesome. Like that. And I want my epilogue. That's what I want. I want my epilogue, and I want to see, like, where everyone is. I want Rui and, like, Shu hooked up. I want Onodera, like, with someone. I'd love it. Like, I feel like Marika and Tsugumi really, like, only ones that like aren't hooked up with someone. But I want, like, something like that where, like, Tsugumi finally found someone else and all that. And I think it would have worked a lot better, I feel like, in this manga, if it just wasn't just Raku and, like, Shu. There should have honestly been, like, 3 or 4 boys in there, like, honestly. And that was, like, that's the problem when, like, a series kind of turns into a harem. It's like when you just have the one guy in the group out of, like, you know, like 7 chicks like that. So that was the thing about it, where it's like, I mean, it's Shu, but Shu was, like, you know, at the end there, he was always kind of like more on the Rui side than anything. He never really tried on any other girls apart from some, you know, stupid pervert shit. I think the series would have really done a lot better. I feel like if there was more, like, guys in, like, Raku's school that were, like, actually a big part of the story. So, but, you know, we're at the end of this, so we can't really do anything about that. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below, but that's all from me. Thank you much for watching as always, and I'll see you guys, though, next time.